And we are monitoring brand new developments in the war with Iran tonight. Iranian attacks are targeting commercial ships in one of the world's most important oil routes.
Meantime, U.S. officials are investigating a military aircraft crash that happened during operations in the region.
And CBS LA's Insignares joins us now to bring us up to date on that.
So many things going on, Pat Rutabe. Good evening to you both. We do want to mention that the conflict in the Middle East, of course, is spreading, and it's impacting energy markets, global shipping, also raising new questions from lawmakers in Washington. The images are striking. Tankers burning, ships dead in the water. Iranian attacks in recent days have targeted multiple commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow shipping lane that carries about a fifth of the world's oil.
I think the Islamic Republic is messaging very loudly and clearly that it has the ability to spread the pain far and wide.
Today, Iran's new supreme leader issued his first statement since the war began, vowing to keep the pressure on the United States and its allies in the region. Meanwhile, President Trump says the military campaign is progressing.
The situation with Iran is moving along very rapidly. It's doing very well. Our military is unsurpassed.
U.S. officials are also investigating a separate incident involving an American aerial refueling tanker that crashed in western Iraq today. Officials say a second aircraft was also damaged but landed safely, and that the incident was not caused by hostile fire or friendly fire. There's no word yet on whether any U.S. service members were hurt or killed.
These aerial refueling operations that these kinds of aircraft do are inherently risky. The whole point of the operation is to bring one plane in close proximity with another plane and physically touch a piece of one to the other to transfer the fuel.
And on Capitol Hill, some lawmakers continue to raise concerns about Operation Epic Fury and the bombing of an Iranian girls' school. At least 175 people were killed, according to Iranian officials. Most were children. Sources tell CBS News a preliminary assessment suggests the U.S. was likely responsible.
Can you guess how we could have gotten this wrong in Iran and targeted a children's school?
Ma'am, I would hesitate to speculate with any incident like this. I would just say there's usually a chain of errors and mistakes that happen, similar to an aviation accident or some other transportation accident. And I would say we just need to let the investigation play out and find all those factors.
Sources say the strike was possibly due to dated intelligence that wrongly identified the school as part of an Iranian military installation. The fighting also rattling global energy markets, something travelers could feel soon while booking flights.
U.S. carriers, they do not pre-buy their jet fuel, so they're very vulnerable for the price, jumps up and down.
And here at SoCal, Port of LA officials say with rising fuel costs and no clear end to this war, shipping and supply chains could also still be affected. Meantime, on the war front, the UN estimates more than 800,000 people have been forced from their homes in Lebanon. And in Iran, the number of displaced since the war began could top 3 million people. So we're just about 2 weeks into all this and still so much left to handle and keep track of, guys.
Gio, thank you.